Hi, I'm Kevin, MA3 player for the 2024 season for Inside the Circle Disc Golf. Uh, right now, we're going to do a current 2024 Inside the Bag. I've got my bag right over here, MVP Voyager Light Bag. Let's start off with some putters. All right. So for my main putting putters, I actually just recently made the switch to the new Pixels. Both Pixels, I wiped the stamps off. Wasn't too keen on the reflective stamp on it. I felt like it would probably be a little bit too distracting when I actually have to putt in tournaments. But I'm loving the feel of the newer Electron medium plastics. They've been working out very, very well for me. Feeling pretty gummy. So I've got two in blue. Going on to throwing putters. All right, I do have a few. Some I'm still testing out to see whether or not I want to keep it in the bag. The first one I have up, I have the Plasma Proxy. Very, very straight flyer. If I have to hit a tunnel shot, I usually hyzer flip this to flat, and it really just pushes for me. So I'm really, really digging this. Its contender right now, which was one of my favorites before I even got the proxy, is the Neutron Watt. Super glidey. It's going to hold any line that you really put it on. So that's why it's really contending with my, you know, approach shots or even off the tee. Something that I usually throw alongside of the proxy. Those two right now are kind of battling for a permanent spot in the bag, but for right now, depending on course conditions, what I need it for, I keep both. To round that off, I do have a Fission Envy. If you go on to Inside the Circle Disc Golf, you'll actually see me have a throw in with this disc from roughly around like maybe 100, 125 feet out. But yeah, bagging it, keeping in the bag for right now. This is a little bit more stable than some of my other discs with a little bit of a more reliable finish towards that left. Since it's Fission, I can hyzer flip this to flat and really push for more distance. So I really, really enjoy that. If it is a longer tunnel shot, I might be throwing that. Another new addition is the Eagle Rebirth Envy. I just got this last week. I only had a couple throws of it, but from what I can tell, it's a more stable version of my Fission Envy right now. Really loving it. Straight flyer, reliable fade at the end. Um, Definitely with the colorways, I'm loving it. Nice little sparkle along the rim in Proton plastic, Proton Prism. But this is for sure has impressed me the most, and I'm definitely going to have that make the bag. Going a little bit more overstable, I have a Neutron Entropy. This currently right now is one of my workhorse utility discs. I will snap this on forehands, up shots just to get that reliable finish at the end. Put me pin high for a nice little easy putt. This has been my workhorse of my bag for the putters. Really, really enjoying this disc. And the next disc is a little bit of kind of, at least in my opinion, a little bit of a hybrid. It's a 4-speed. It's actually the Tempo. I have a Circuit Challenge Tempo here that I actually dyed myself. Um, it's really, really straight flyer. This thing glides for days, which is the biggest surprise to me. I was expecting a little bit more dump towards the left. It does have a baby dump with the 2.5 that it has, but man, this bad boy pushes straight. Um, I use this a lot where if I really, really need to hit a tunnel shot where eventually it's going to end towards the left, this is my bad boy that I'll either pick or foreshadowing for the next set of discs with mid ranges. I'll kind of show you what I have to push even longer distance. But yeah, this is a super shallow, um, overstable disc, which feels great in the hand. I definitely bag it for a lot of hand feel and also for scramble shots. Like this feels great on the forehand as well. If I need to push through a couple of trees, if I'm in a rough spot, this usually gets me back into safer play where I can save either par or even uh, work towards a birdie if possible. But yeah, great disc, absolutely love it. But those are putters. Uh, Heading into mid ranges, I don't bag that many mid ranges. I have pretty much three right now. One which I am actually on the board of whether or not it's going to stay in the bag or leave it. So throughout the year, you might see me switching this out. The first one up is a Fission Hex. This is my turnover shot. If I, you know, need something to really hit that right side gap or have it turn over towards the right, I usually throw my Hex. I don't have much utility for this disc, which is why it might not always be in my bag throughout the 2024 season. But it's still good to have, especially as we're heading to warmer weathers, less wind. It's not going to burn over as much in the high winds. Still get out of jail free card. Use this a lot if I have to do a patent pending turnover shot. Still a great disc. Love it, but it cannot beat my Watermelon Hex. This is such a great disc. Super straight flyer. Um, Absolute bombs. Put it on a hyzer flip, and it just carries. Um, yeah, the Watermelon Hex, absolute favorite of a disc. Looks great with the watermelon stamp. Absolutely love it. Uh, Stepping in as my last mid range, I have the Proton plastic Pyro Prism Rim. This is also a workhorse, like I said. Foreshadowing, if I need a little bit more glide, pushing a little bit more distance than my tempo, I will grab this disc. This is an absolute beast in the wind. Very rarely affected by the wind, very, very reliable during the winter seasons, even during the summer. I mean, this is just one of the most reliable discs in my bag. I always feel confident stepping up to throw shots with this bad boy. Absolutely love it. Stepping it up just a little bit, I do have two fairway drivers right now. One I'm actually leaning more towards as I started, honing in on my bag. I do have a Cosmic Neutron Crave, a little bit faster than my Hex. It will hold a straight line till the end of days. Very, very wonderful. Almost aced a couple with this disc, hoping to grab one this season. But yeah, between this one and the next one, which is another circuit challenge, 2023, the Proton Servo. A little bit faster in speed, but boy, this guy can fly, which might actually kick the Crave in and out of the bag throughout the season. I've been actually loving this disc. It flies so well. It's like a slower speed Tesla. And Tesla right now is honestly my favorite disc, which is where we will head to next, my 9 speeds. So I have a couple 9 speeds. Let's start off with my understable hyzer flip turnover shot disc. It's my Neutron Insanity. This disc is absolutely amazing. I can't say enough about this disc. It's gotten me into so many good positions mid tournaments, where it puts me into birdie contention where I can gain a couple strokes in my competition. This is absolute a bomber if you have the arm for it too. Hyzer flip to flat with a reliable fade towards the end. Absolute beast of a disc. One of my favorite 9 speeds. Um, I do bag two different Teslas. Currently, right now, I have my Neutron Tesla, which is one of my favorite discs. This won me single-handedly my very first tournament, so it's very, very sentimental, which is why I keep it in the bag. And I do have a lighter weight Proton Tesla, which I just recently got, so I'm still working on breaking it in. Um, my Proton Tesla has a little bit more stability than my Neutron currently, so if I need a little bit less turn, I'm reaching for my Proton Tesla, but absolute beast of a disc. I love it. Flies super straight with a reliable fade at the end. A little step further into overstability, I have my Wrath, Neutron Wrath. Been loving this disc. I feel like this disc just gets overlooked so many times. I was actually talking to a card mate yesterday about the Wrath. He bags 3 of them in different weights, and he absolutely loves it for his forehands. I love it for forehand flex shots, and also, if I need to push some distance, even more than my Pyro with a reliable fade at the end. This is my go-to right now. Love it. Next up is my pure utility disc. I don't throw this off the tee that much. I will use this mainly if I need to get right side with the forehand as fast as possible. I will forehand flex my Proton Fireball. It's a beautiful disc, very, very overstable, but it's a it will get you out of a lot of sticky situations, especially when scrambling. So that's why I have this in my bag. That's probably never going to leave my bag because of how great of a utility disc it is for me. All right, stepping up a little bit into some 11 speeds. Currently, right now, I have my Big Bombers, which is my waves. I have my Neutron wave right here, and then also a Proton wave. My Proton wave is a little bit newer, so it has a little bit more stability. My Neutron wave absolutely crushes distance. I can hyzer flip it to flat, and it will just carry for 400 feet. So, never leaving the bag. This is a new addition, a little bit lighter of a weight, so I can even get more distance out of it. But oh man, the wave is absolutely fantastic of a distance driver. I do have a little bit step up in overstability, which I don't throw too much now, just with a newer release. I'll get to that in just a second. This is a Cosmic Neutron Photon. It used to be my overstable distance driver. Really, really reliable. Love it. Just found a little bit better of a distance driver in the newer release, which I'll kind of go into next. So this might not stay in the bag throughout the whole entire season. It might make its way back in, but we will definitely see. This is my new overstable distance driver, the Simon Line Time Lapse. Absolutely love this disc. Definitely compared to the Destroyer as a 12 speed. It is a workhorse. It is very, very torque resistant. You can hit this on flex shots to push a lot of distance. You get left quick, and also with distance, this is my go-to. I absolutely love this disc. I throw it a lot on distance shots. Forehand flexes too. It's absolutely wonderful. I think this disc is fantastic. Uh, the next few discs I don't really throw too much, so I'm kind of on the fence of whether or not it's going to stay in the bag throughout the 2024 season. It might stay in for certain conditions if it's really, really windy. They are higher speeds, which I tend not to go too far past 12 speeds. But I do have a couple discs right here. I have my Octane, which is a faster Tesla, super straight flyer. This also, if there is a skip shot that I need to get close to the basket, I will put this out, and boy, does this skip towards the basket. This has put me in so many tap-in birdie positions just based off of the skips I get off of this. But super torque resistant, wind resistant, fights the wind so much. Absolute great disc. Like I said, I don't always find the most use out of it just because of the distance I'm able to push with my other discs. But like I said, when the wind is blowing, it can be pretty tough to get the usual flights sometimes, depending on how fast the wind is. I'll pull out the Octane in that situation. My other two, they are 14 and a half speeds. I have a Neutron Relativity, which is my understable disc, hyzer flip to flat, ends left. Like I said, these are mainly for higher wind situations. If I need to push distance fast, 14 and a half speeds are the way to go. I love that out of MVP. But yeah, this has been flying great for me whenever I had to bring it out. I don't always bring it out all the time. Like I said, high wind situations, that's usually when it comes out. And then to round off overstability, I actually bag a Delirium, Neutron Delirium. My overstable 14 and a half speed, like I said, only comes out when it's super, super windy. But that is your straight flyer. You can flex shot it. It will dump left for you. Very, very reliable, very, very wind resistant. Um, but yeah, I'm currently working and honing in on my bag right now. That is the start of the season 2024. MVP inside the circle MA3 disc golf bag for myself. I might make some changes throughout the year, which I'll send out an update video on any changes. I might do an end of the season in the bag just to kind of give you guys a heads up of what actually made it in, any discs I picked up along the way. But yeah, very, very happy with the bag. I've been seeing great results from it. Competed in 2 MA3 tournaments and rising up in the ranks. So I'm very, very excited to be a part of this team for the 2024 season. Yeah, MVP all the way.